Hello. Some of you might remember that I mentioned that alongside my work with Paragon, I'm going to be working on another piece of work of my own that's supported by them, and provisionally it's going to be part of a Paragon event. And I just thought I'd talk a little bit about that and include anyone who watches this in that. Not least because it'd be really helpful that if any of the ideas are interesting, if anyone has any thoughts or suggestions, it'd be really great to hear them. So what I'm thinking of is not a performance, but an installation, an interactive installation, where the audience can come in and move objects around in the installation, and then the sound being produced in the room will change depending on which objects are moved. So, I mean, in order for that to work, what needs to happen is something needs to keep track of where the objects are and where they're moving to, and then I need to make up a set of rules based on sort of that information. So what I've been looking at is different ways of getting that information into the computer. And so far what I've looked at is a bit about infrared technology, a bit about radio technology, but what I'm really looking at just now is ways of using ultrasound technology to locate the objects in the room. And I'll show you that in just a second, actually. But just to make it clear how this will work, I think the way it's most likely to work is if we have one central point in the center of the room, and if everything else works out its location in relation to this, so basically in distances. And what I'm talking about doing with the ultrasound is it would basically be volume. So this would be producing the ultrasound, and these objects here and here would have receivers, microphones really, that would listen to it, and the rules would be set up based on the difference in volume from here to here. I mean, obviously it has its problems because basically here to here isn't really going to produce any any noticeable differences, and the only rule I have to play with is the distance this way, but it could also be this way and this way. But like I said, the development is in its early stages. So anything interesting, if anybody knows more about this than I do, feel free to let me know. Hope it's interesting.